Hey there, fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me for this general tarot reading. It's going to be all signs, all humans, all good. Now, what kind of messaging do you need to hear right now? Do either of us need to hear right now, quite frankly, because these tarot readings are for my kindred souls, and I trust that you'll all be able to find them, right? So let's see what we have in store. Okie dokie. I like to usually start with the archetypes. Now, I do some pre-shuffling, but then I hit record. We've been on quite the adventure with the readings, haven't we? Thank you to those returning. So let's see where we are in this journey right now. Where we art? Are you art? Darn tootin'. The riddle. You know, I don't really like riddles. Just spit it out already. Right? Like, dang it. But at the same time, like with puzzle games and such, and by that I mean video games, I like puzzles too, but like, if I'm the one playing it, it's horrible. Horrible. But if I'm in the viewer chair watching someone on Twitch or YouTube, dude, I can see it from a mile away. You know what I mean? Oh. Really? Hello there. Wow, I went right directly to the riddle. I love it when that happens. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately, it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort, time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. I mean, if you're going to put it that way, Kim, geez Louise. An elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, the starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward a future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. What did you desire when you were young? Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view, rather than as a series of logistics. Read the story of the three fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. Wow. Okay, so we're starting off with that. Okay. It's a party. Let's go. My goodness, that was a little violent. Let's move on. I feel like that's something some of us have already been doing. Right? Trying to remember any time when we felt the most free before the world and society and freaking social media came in with their own chisels and started, chipping away at us. And for some, that has been a struggle because either it's packed in so deep or when. And this is a call to make that when now, right? If that's the case, like either way, like if you're not new here, I love this phrase. It's a Neville Goddard quote. Neville Goddard, how would you feel if you were free, right? How would you feel if your hopes and dreams really could come true? It's the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Well, those apparently wanted to have a moment. You never needed those wings to fly, and don't be afraid to sing. I don't know about you, but I've been singing my whole life. And yet I still have really bad stage fright. So bad. I uploaded a video of singing once, and then I, shortly after privatized it. I was like, no. It's just difficult to share that side of me now. I don't know about you. Listen, I'm a little like, I love sharks. Just leave them alone. You know what sharks do? Boop, boop, doop, boop, doop, boop, boop, doop. That's what they do, all right? But, okay. So, this could be a literal right now situation, but what I'm also feeling is, has that person who was at least verbally cruel to you when you were growing up, or who had that kind of impact in your life, have they passed? And it's like you're still being haunted. And it enables situations where you're like, why? How did this happen? After everything I've learned, how did I get here? Are you otherwise and or trying to figure out how to move, how to remove yourself from a situation, but like you're just trying to save up money, or you're trying to figure out where the heck you even want to go? Like this is your reminder that this is your life, right? And you have choices, If others are going to guilt trip you about them, that's just a reminder of why they don't get to go with you, fam. And it's okay. You're trying to heal. You're trying to move on. You're trying to figure out really, truly, maybe for once in your life, what is best for you, right? Let's see. Think of this as the Lovers reversed from traditional tarot. You've been hanging around a bloodthirsty shark. Listen, if people wouldn't throw blood and chum in the water, then we wouldn't get to see that side of them, huh? I'm just saying, okay? And they've hurt you before. This could refer to a lover, or it could refer to another loved one, such as a friend or family member. To put it simply, you deserve better treatment, and you're never going to find it with them. Leave now. Situations like this often grow so dire that you no longer feel safe swimming away. Sometimes when that's all we know, that's another layer to the difficulty in moving on, isn't it? No one deserves that. Young, medium, old. I don't know why I thought medium. But you know what I mean? Like, it's no. Hurt hurts. And we all have a right to heal and move on. So if someone's trying to guilt trip you for wanting to save yourself and move on, like I said, that's your clue that you need to go. You can't save them. Like, unless you see someone drowning and you put out a hand or something, you know, if you live in Florida or something, you know, and it's that's different. Okay, we're not talking about actual, like, being a lifeguard or being a paramedic or a doctor, you know, and providing CPR for someone. That's just kindness and stuff, right? No. If all they have to feed you is poison, if all you are to them, oh my goodness, what did I write? I woke up at one point in the middle of the night and I wrote this thing. I've been sharing like poetry on Instagram, on my, my private account, if you want. Okay, I know it says 6 p.m., but listen, I am a night owl, okay? That was me not wanting to be awake just yet, okay? But the point is, if what kills me sustains you, why would I hold on? Why would I hold on to that? Moving on to number 38, villain. A hard truth to swallow. Sometimes our villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and overpowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. But then it's like it haunts, right? Like a melody. That's what I tend to think of when I see this card. But I feel like it's also a reminder going on here. You see how, like, I don't know how well that's coming up. But like you can see the stars and is that the Milky Way? Maybe, possibly. Maybe some clouds, whatever. But look at that beautiful moon, fam. This is your life. Yours. And even if you're someone's child and you're not able to legally be on your own, doing your own thing, please know that you still have options, okay? No one gets to actually, truly, in a soul deep down level, dictate, okay? This is your mind, your soul, your heart. You choose. Sometimes that in and of itself can be overwhelming. For some people, being told what to do helps them, because they don't freaking know. When were you allowed to know, right? This is your urging to learn, okay? Learn it. Live it. Be it. Boosh. All right, fam. What time is it? Listen, if you're new here, this is YouTube, and I like to lighten the mood every now and then. There's some deep stuff coming up, okay? Whoop. It's clarification round. What's going on here? We have... I don't do reversals because I believe the messaging will come out either way. We have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. You've been hurt. And this has been, and still is, a time for healing. But maybe keep in mind that you don't need to be perfectly healed, perfectly coiffed, got every single ducky in a row. You know what I mean? You don't need to. Right? You're on your journey. You're already doing things. What if you're already at a point now where you're simply ready to move on? You're healing, and hopefully this is a past situation and it's just haunting you. But for those who are still feeling stuck in a situation, you're meant for bigger and better. And sometimes, a lot of times, that's what's going on, is they can see the light in you. And it's kind of like people talk about like destiny swapping, destiny stealing, whatever. They're trying to suck the life out of you, man, and you don't deserve that. But don't lose sight of your joy, of your ability to laugh. Okay? Your ability to see the silver lining and not freaking worry, not enable things to be so deep, right? Not necessarily superficial, but like, this is your time. This is your life. And you can move on. Okay, now I'm just all mixed up as to how these are going. Okay. Apparently that 10 of Cups didn't want to be on the bottom where it was probably not going to have a choice in the reading. Okay. See, lately when I've been struggling to shuffle like that, I've been like, why? What's going on here? So, I don't know about you, but for me, this has been a collaboration with the divine, like co-creating our lives with the divine, whatever the divine means for you, right? A lot of people think that when we're reading tarot, it's not so much spirits and ancestors and our guides that we're communicating with. It's ourselves, our souls, whether you want to consider that your highest self or your favorite self, your favorite version of yourself, right? The untainted, the unburdened, right? Because what comes after the 9 of Wands? The 10, homie with the wands all stacked up on the... Oh, no, that's a different version of the deck. But red or white? What the heck? You know what I mean. Words. Oh, my goodness. Can you relate? Why are words hard sometimes, man? But you're finding balance. You're finding enlightenment from this experience. And you're growing. And I always say that as long as you are the one at the chisel, I have nothing to complain about, right? No matter what I say, no matter what anybody else in your life says, this is still your life. All right. I'm calling it. Boosh, boosh. Let's see what manages to come up after all. Chapter 1 is a freaking 9 of Cups. Keep up. Hopes fulfilled, maybe. Is this what's driving you? Your hopes and dreams? I find it interesting that in my deck of this classic art style, the imagery, I'm pretty sure they swapped the colors of the tablecloth and this hat. That's a very particular type. It's not a turban. It's an actual hat. I can't remember the name of it, and that's been driving me nuts. Someday I'm going to look it up. Anyway, I know it is on the tip of my tongue. Feel free to, set me straight in the comments. If you can try. Hell, but listen, humans are, humans. So is that what drives you? Is that what you're using to see you through? You're trying to take care of things. You're trying to save that money. Rub two pennies together, whatever. You're trying to take, like, that's what keeps looping in my head right now. Take care of things. I'm just trying to take care of things. I just want everything to be okay. You've learned a lot. And I feel like it's time for you to trust that. Part of the healing journey is learning to trust yourself. Right? Don't be so naive and gullible when it comes to others. Trust yourself. Ooh, okay. Okay. Was it a past romantic relationship that has been haunting you? And you've been trying to... Oh my goodness, I just realized I have cat fur all over it. Have you been trying to... Sorry, distractions. Reopen yourself to love, because deep down under it, what is that phrase? Hopeless romantic. I mean, who's hopeless, fam? Let's be real. None of us, because there are billions of people in the world. And if you exist, this is what used to get me through when I lived in this crummy small town America, where everybody, like, if they had dreams, they gave up on them a long time ago, you know? It's like, if I'm here, there have to be others here that are even somewhat like me. You know what I mean? That we can relate and identify with each other. We just got to find one another. And that can be really difficult unless you travel all over the world or you freaking move, right? Don't sell yourself short. You have so much wisdom gained. You know how to invest. You know how to save. You know how to scrimp. You know how to budget. So whether it's a matter of learning healthier coping mechanisms or what, do your thing. Let go of the past. Leave it back there. No backseas, fam. Because you have a whole, like, your cup literally overfloweth, fam. It's judgment time. Wow. Wow. Ooh. Like, seriously. It's like a rebirth. Like a phoenix from the ashes, but like the best way, instead of, like, I feel like that kind of imagery has been used against some people in recent years. And that's some bullshit. Wow. Fam, is it just me, or do they both look pretty darn content? You know? Some say that this smile is like, you know, the cat that ate the canary. And when it comes to, like, when I think of the king and queen, especially of the wands, it's like, you know, trial by fire. And here we are. You know what I mean? It's evolution, right? Okay, so what's next? Wow. That strength. Wow. 8, 9. Where's the 10 card? Oh my goodness. 2 8s in a row, baby. What's next? Goodness gracious. And we have an 8 up there. And technically 2 3s. Oh, no, we have way more than 2 3s on the table. If you really, you know. Boop, boop. Goodness. 7, 8, 9. I have dyscalculia, or however it's pronounced, so math can just... But when it comes to tarot and all this, it's like, oh wow, look at these numbers all up in my face like this. What's that about? Funny how... look, the fact... Bam! Have you been noticed a running theme with the major arcana and the readings lately? And the specifics that are showing the freak up? Are you kidding me right now? The Chariot underneath Judgment? Goodness gracious. There's a mastery happening. Whether it's your coming into your own and truly embracing your future. The future you maybe didn't want to admit because things like that were used against you. But as you couldn't ever, like for me, I spent a long time trying to get rid of hope. I felt very abandoned and deceived by hope. And it was like, why do I feel this? Why do I have this if this is what life is, right? But it just never abandoned you. Us. And thank goodness, because we got shit to do, fam. All right, what's the epilogue to the story when it comes to the... Oh my goodness, you know darn well. You know darn well. Look at you. You're so connected. You have an incredible intuition that you are rocking these days. It's go time, fam. It's go time. If you have yet to receive, like if you haven't quite met that quota, not quota, but you know, if there's like a amount in your head, it's like, when I have this much saved, I'm out of here. Maybe you're just trying to figure out where to go, where would be better for you, because the more research you do, the more you're scratching city or town names off the list. Or countries, if you've been wanting to, you know, expat it up. Trust your intuition. The fact that these two cards came up, trust your intuition. Because it is like, it's kicking in better than ever. The more in tune with yourself you become, the better and the stronger you feel. You've survived the trial, but you, fam, you survived. These hurtful jackasses have tried to leech off of you and treat you like you're their own sustenance. You've survived. Whether we're talking actual ideations or not. You've survived. And these things that you've experienced in the past that have held you there, because it's like, I don't want a continuation. I never want to feel this again. Why would you, fam? Loosen the grip a little bit. You're white knuckling something. Loosen the grip a little bit. Learn. Continue learning how to trust yourself. Continuing to retrain, reprogram yourself, your brain, the way you want to. The way that deep down you're realizing you always felt was best for you. But you loved someone, so you listened to them. And they left you wanting. What's on the bottom? Wow, what did I say? Wow. Get the bleep out of Dodge, fam. Get out. Keep your wits about you. You know what to do. You're on a mission. You're on a freaking mission. Now, there's a lot of drama that people tend to see when it comes to this card. Like, this person's down here like, oh no, don't worry about me, I got it. What if it's but a flesh wound? I'm not done yet, right? What if? Because here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Like, come on. Whether people realize the situation, what you've been going through or not, it has been very visceral. It has been very deep. Like, it's affected you deeply and you're not walking away unscathed. But thank goodness you're walking away. Oh my God. Underneath that, oh my goodness, it's the lovers. No, seriously, like, come on. The lovers isn't just about self-love and growth and learning how to love life and looking forward to your future and the awe of it all. It is love. You still want that. You're not done. What's this card trying to... Hey, wow. Wow. Tarot, please. Oh my goodness. And we're just gonna set that there. I'm just gonna set it there for a moment, just to give you that visual. There are those things that truly matter. Now that you've figured everything's out, now that you've been getting your head on right, on straight, whatever. Forward, never straight. You don't worry. If you haven't figured out where you need to go, where you want to go, you haven't been able to narrow it down, you're about to. You're about to. Be open to miracles. Be open to the wonders of life. Because it's... You're... Dude. Like, really? Dude. Like, really? What if this isn't just like calming someone else's anger? What if this is calming yourself? You've learned how to self-soothe in healthier ways. Confirmed. You've learned so much, and you're just, yes, this is such yet another encouraging read. This, like, there's soul contracts and all that. Like, this growth, this process, I'm trying to figure out the words. It's all coming together. And no matter, oh man, I'm thinking of the season 2 finale for Buffy.
That's everything, huh? No weapons, no friends, no hope. Take all that away, and what's left?
Me.
I'm sure there are people who are probably tired of hearing me talk about Buffy, but listen, that was my like comfort food kind of a show for so freaking long, okay? And sometimes I still need it a little bit, okay? It's one of those ways that I'm able to remember, like, whatever happens, I can handle it, right? Even if my friends for life turn against me, like the douche nozzles, you know what I mean? Like, no one needs a douche, Barb, go see your doctor. You've got this, right? It's all coming together, and soon enough, you're not wasting this opportunity. Confirmation. Look at this. You know what to do. You've been worried that if you get, like, you've been a little nervous or scared or something, apprehensive about the future, about finally receiving your hopes and dreams. With your wisdom gained, you don't need to worry. Life is going to life at times. I don't want to be like, oh, it's going to be, unicorns and rainbows and puffy, cozy clouds for the rest of your life. Life is still going to life. But these things that have been a part of your evolution as a human, You don't have to worry about repetition because hindsight, right? You know better. You've been learning to trust yourself and your intuition is coming through. So just ease up, okay? You have the strength to pull this off. You have the strength to do this, fam, okay? This is your life, and you get to decide how it goes. It was always supposed to be you, okay? Boosh, what are the extra notes before we close this out? Do we want extra clarification on something? Interesting. Do we? Okay, well, apparently that wants to come out. That is quoting a Christina Perri song. You may recognize it from one of the Twilight soundtracks. I just really like the song. It's one of my favorite love songs from the past, 20 years. Says the bitch born in the 70s. Hey, what's up? Boop-a-doo. All right. I feel like there's a point that's trying to come through that I haven't quite figured out yet. Funny how I paused there. Your hopes and dreams are secure because you're secure in yourself. You have the strength to hold on and do what needs to be done. But be sure that you're not holding on too tight. All right? There's a little bit of fear and concern when it comes to the Four of Pentacles, right? Maybe. You got this. And right now, this is kind of making me think of the Hanged Man and how enlightenment can happen, even in these situations that we may or may not have as much control over as we may like. Like, oh, well, this is my life now, or is it? You've got this. I've already made that point, though, right? What is it? Let's do it. Hashtag fuck it. What is the deal with this Ace of Cups? Whoop, whoop. That's a lot. Wow. Okay. First, we have the moon. Ha 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 ha, Sid. What I said. Bam! It's the Hanged Man. What? Wow. Either way, 2 10s are officially on the board. Of all things that could be repeated, it's the Ace of freaking Cups. Are you open to receive? To give is to receive. When you love yourself and you take care of yourself and nurture yourself, see, it's not just about, that's what's on the bottom for that. It's not just about, oh, I'm going to take care of others and then everything's going to work out fine, right? No. There's balance. Where's the balance to that idea, right? What have we learned in our time of need? That from birth, it's you, right? It's all you. Your life. You inhaling that oxygen that keeps you alive. Your heart that's pumping, whether it's red or blue blood, you know what I mean? Whether it's been what, oxidized, that's it, right? Then listen, it's been a minute and I'm just, right? But dang it, what did I say? You've got this. You got this in spades, fam. You got this in spades. There's that balance. Okay. What is it that you're trying to do? Because anytime I see the Wheel of Fortune, I hear as that gear shifts, right? Right on into place. It's go time. Boosh. Period. All right. Go ahead and stick that up there. But now I'm going to cut the dang deck, man. Oh, what did I say earlier when we saw the Three of Pentacles? Boosh. Bum, ba, bum, ba, dum. Dude, freaking tarot's awesome. I love this shit. This is so cool. Okay, but literally, like, clean up the place, right? Dude, right now, like, when I wrote this all out, I meant, like, do your dishes. Like, you've been, like, when we're super down in that depression funk and we're not tending to our things, whether it's depression or executive function, right? Sometimes I'm feeling friends, the people that are around you that dang well. I said it, what was it, yesterday? Like, this whole idea of keeping your enemies closer than your freaking friends? Why? Why? Fuck them. They don't get a piece of this anymore, okay? And you've been learning that, right? I hope so, because what the heck? Goodness gracious, fam. Heck, yeah. You have love coming into your life. Or maybe there's someone that you're already like, but maybe you've been like running scenarios in your head. Something that I was seeing earlier, before meditating and stuff, that I was catching glimpses of while scrolling through cat hair all over my face. YouTube, looking for something to help with meditation before doing this, was something about how people, like, when it comes to approaching someone that you find, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Someone that a person can find just beautiful, right? But they won't approach them because they're already assuming, oh no, that person's too hot. They'll reject me outright, right? So they don't bother. Unless, but then, like, there's the other side of that, of when you're in a mood, when you're just not feeling yourself and you're kind of down in the dumps or whatever the heck, suddenly people start approaching you, So, like, are you open to the kind of love? Now I'm hearing that song from the freaking early 90s, Love of a Lifetime. Are you open to that kind of love? Are you sure that you've already had as good as love can get for you? Because I don't believe you if you say yes. Maybe, like I was saying, maybe there's somebody who's already grabbed your attention, but you're a little like, crap, I really don't want to deal with this crap again. I don't want another person that's going to pull this crap on me, and I don't even realize it. Like, how did I not see this last one coming from a mile away? Because of the things that you had yet to heal, but you've been doing the work. Like, love's coming in, fam. Love is coming in. Let it come from all angles, yourself especially. If you're not loving yourself, it's just not the kind, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I've always had issue with people saying, unless you love yourself, you're not really able to love. Like, okay, no, I don't believe that, because I've loved the crap out of some people, even when I hated myself. You know what I mean? But when you're able to love yourself and take care of yourself, that just takes it to a new level, fam. And that's a level you belong on, okay? Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I really appreciate your time and energy. And I wish you the best, fam. I wish you the best. Always remember that I love you.